In June of 2026, a man vanished from a secured room. What makes the case unique is that at the exact moment he disappeared, 4 million people were watching him via a live video feed. The event was the result of a social media trend known as the Red Room Sleep Challenge. For months, the internet treated the ritual as a hoax, a ghost story designed to generate clicks and nervous laughter. The setup is specific. Lock yourself in a dark room, begin a live stream, and set an alarm for 3:33 a.m. There is one final rule. If you hear knocking before the alarm rings, you must not open your eyes. Popular creator Mason Vale didn't believe the stories. In June, he went live to his massive audience with the stated goal of debunking the ritual once and for all. What started as an attempt to expose a hoax quickly shifted into a globally witnessed event that would be analyzed by investigators for months to follow. At 3:12 a.m., the live stream showed a clear view of Mason's bedroom. The camera sat on a desk, the bed in center frame, lit only by the red glow of a digital clock. For 20 minutes, the stream was uneventful. Mason joked with his viewers, the chat filled with laughing emojis, as the audience waited for a scare that never came. That changed when a soft knock came from the bedroom door. Mason didn't panic. He smirked at the camera and told his viewers it was likely just his brother trying to prank him. Seconds later, a second, much louder knock echoed through the room. While Mason stayed on the bed, the 4 million people watching the feed began to look at the space behind him. Viewers noticed a shadow appearing in the gap beneath the door. It belonged to something impossibly tall, and as the chat quickly pointed out, the feet were pointing toward the hallway, even though the shadow was inside the room. The tone of the broadcast shifted instantly. The laughing emojis stopped, replaced by a wall of text as viewers desperately told Mason to keep his eyes closed. The audience was now in a unique position. They were watching a physical threat manifest behind a creator who was only beginning to realize he wasn't alone. At 3:32 a.m., the knocking stopped. The room went silent. Mason was 60 seconds away from the alarm signaling the end of the challenge. In that silence, a voice whispered from directly beside Mason's bed. It said, "You looked." Mason screamed, reached for the camera, and opened his eyes, violating the ritual's core rule. For a single frame, the camera showed a pale, eyeless face with a wide grin just inches away from Mason. Then the stream instantly cut to black. By opening his eyes in that final minute, Mason had transitioned from a participant in a game to the subject of its conclusion. The following morning, the police entered Mason's apartment after his friends reported the sudden end of the live stream. They found the bedroom door locked from the inside. The phone was still on the desk, and even though the room was empty, it was still broadcasting to whoever was left on the stream. Despite the room being sealed, Mason Vale was gone. Investigators found only one change to the room. Written on the wall above the bed in a dark red substance were 2 words, "Challenge completed." The presence of that physical message suggests that what happened on the stream wasn't a digital glitch or a trick of the light. The Red Room ritual demonstrates that even when we interact with a myth through a phone screen, the physical world can still be forced to account for the results.